welcome everybody to the 12 o'clock show with Mayor Joe. Joining us on our second show this month for National Women's History Month is Judy Doran from our Senior Center. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
It's going to be a lot of fun today. There's a lot of good things going on at the Senior Center, plus we have a whole bunch of other things to go over for good topics, and you never know what kind of questions we're going to get asked. So let's just kind of dive right into it. First of all, tell us about how long have you been with the Senior Center here in Reynoldsburg?
I came to the Senior Center as a contract employee back in 2000, January of 2000, so I've been there for 24 years. Actually, I was a full-time employee in 2006.
Okay.
So, been there for a while.
You've seen a lot of fun things.
Yes.
All right. So what's the best part of your job?
Della wants me to say that it's Della.
Okay.
When I come in, I get to see Della. That, you know, shout out to Della. But it's obviously the people who are there. We have some of the most interesting members, and they love to share their stories, and I love to listen to their stories. Yeah.
I would imagine that would be the best thing. The Della part, not the rest of everything. So.
Shout out to Della. Yeah.
So there's always something going on there, and you've been kind enough to invite me to speak to the members of the Senior Center at times, but there's always something else going on. Not everybody wants to listen to me, so I keep looking around, and I see what else is going on. So what are some of the most popular activities that go on at the Senior Center?
I think the most popular activity are the morning exercise classes. Every morning we have some sort of an exercise class. So that's probably the most popular. And then I'm going to say second most popular are our trips. We do a lot of day trips. So for instance, let me get my newsletter out.
You have props.
I have props. Yes, we do. We'll go to museums. We do once a month. We do Let's Take a Hike. We go to little coffee shops. But our big one coming up in the last trip lottery was our total solar eclipse event. And we have our handy dandy glasses. I can't see anything. Can't even see the lights. So it comes with free glasses. And we have a full bus, so we'll be taking 44 over to the Wright-Patterson Air Force Museum, and we'll be seeing that total eclipse from over there.
That'll be kind of cool. That seems a lot of fun. And so the gambling that goes on is not the most fun thing that everybody does.
Well, you know,
not with money, of course.
We love our bingo.
Yeah.
We love our bingo. Card playing is always popular. Yeah. Poker, also very popular. Euchre, very popular. Euchre. So yes. So again, the mornings are really active, and then afternoons settle down. So we'll do games, art classes, things like that. So we try to have something for everyone.
My favorite is the euchre, because I know that not the last time, but a couple times ago when I came in, really good questions from the audience, which was great, but some of the questions went a little bit later, and so you could tell that some of the euchre players were like done with it, and they already started moving tables, and they're trying to get around, and they're looking at me like, come on. I'm like, okay,
it's time to leave.
It's time, so we got to go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Now, what's something that you wish everybody knew about the Senior Center that they might not know?
Well,
other than Della.
Other than Della, shout out. We start taking membership at 55. So that's a huge group of folks. We have 55-year-olds that join on their birthdays, and then we have some folks that are over 100. That's a lot of different age groups in there. What's that like? 45-year age groups. So I like to say that people who are joining the Senior Center here in Reynoldsburg, that they are people who are aging well. They are wanting to stay active, both mentally, socially, physically active. So it's a place for activities and keeping, connected with the community. They see lots of their friends, because if they've been living here long enough, they come in, they see their friends, and you see them talking about, how are the kids? Our kids grew up together, and so it is just a lovely gathering place for folks.
It's a nice community. I know when COVID was going on and we started doing some of the lunches and the drive-through lunches,
yes.
It was just nice to hear, and how much they just wanted to have just even 5 minutes to have a conversation.
Absolutely, yeah. And we had puzzle drive-throughs, we had book drive-throughs, so anything we could get them to stay engaged. Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. Any questions from the audience have come in?
Nope.
So this is the moment where usually somebody from like that organization, like I can imagine maybe Della or somebody else from the senior center is starting to ask whatever random questions that are out there. I know the city attorney's had a question about how wonderful his, tell me how wonderful your wife is, and maybe it was his wife actually with that question, things like that. So always a good time. Well, do you have a few minutes to stick around so we can go over some of these things?
Absolutely. I may interject if I think of something else.
No, please do
while
so.
You're talking, yeah.
So there's a lot of things going on. First of all, tonight, for those of you that are interested, the Reynoldsburg City Schools State of the School Address is going to be at the Summit PAC, the PAC, the big building with the most seats. It's going to start at 6 o'clock, and they're saying maybe about an hour, hour and a half, depending on what their format is and things like that. So if you're interested to hear about what the schools are looking like, that would be a great opportunity to hear, because obviously there's some really good things going on with our district.
And where's that again?
That is off Summit Road at the Summit campus. You have the board member office hours. There's actually one tomorrow. It's at 1 p.m. at the Graham Welcome Center. I don't know which board member will be there, but there's a board member there. And of course, every Friday, Neil Whitman, board member, will be at the Graham Welcome Center. He'll be live on Facebook from 4 to 4:30, and then he'll have another bit of time from 4:30 to 5 where he just meets one-on-one with anybody who comes in. If you want to see a really good shocked look on a face, show up there at 4:30, and you may actually get him on camera going, "Oh, we have somebody." So it's always a good thing to deal with that. We do have a lot of cool congratulations going out. First of all, congratulations to Quinn Dean again for being the first Reynoldsburg bowler from the boys team to actually make it to states. He bowled well in really difficult conditions, but he got to states and performed well and did his school proud. Congratulations for a great season to our men's basketball team. They came up a little short last weekend, but again, they're up against a team that some are saying might actually be a Final Four team in Ohio, so that's a huge thing. We also want to say congratulations, and I feel this is talk about repetitive. Summer Betts, she actually went to states, and for the third time she made the podium for 3 straight years in girls wrestling, which by the way is the fastest growing sport in high school right now. So congratulations to her. Been a big supporter of all the athletic programs. I've seen Summer wrestle a couple of times. I've seen, obviously been to the basketball games and bowling and things like that. So really cool. So congratulations to a lot of our athletes as they're there, and best of luck to all of our athletes getting ready to start off on their new season. So for some of those things that kind of come in, maybe there's other things that you would like to do. So one, you can find out with our brand new community guide. So hopefully you got this in the mail just recently. So there's all sorts of cool things in there about, who to call if you have a street light out, what kind of things are going on in development, some city things. Income tax, which I know is everybody's favorite page, but there's a lot of cool information pieces in this one, and also not for publication, but it is going to be on our website, and we do have a limited number of copies. This is an annual report. What this basically does is it shows everything that the city is doing based on some very specific criteria from the Ohio Revised Code. This is something that we have to do. And this year it looks a lot different because my assistant, Jessica Rosenthal, got tired of looking at how boring the other one was. And so she decided that she was going to go ahead and redesign it and make it as colorful and attractive as ever. So we've got a lot of cool things here. She put her heart and soul into it, and probably a couple other words that I can't say on Facebook right now.
It looks good.
It does. It looks really, really good, and it's got a lot of good information about the city. So thank you to Jessica, and if you want to take a look at that, it is on our website. So we've got those things going on. If you're unable or uninterested in going to the school town hall, we do have another one. This evening we have one here. It is the Community Commission's / Traffic and Transportation Committee speeding discussion for Slate Ridge Boulevard. So a lot of people have had some complaints and concerns about the amount of speeding on Slate Ridge over the last year or so. And so we're going to have a conversation about what community members are looking for and what they're interested in and what potential options could be, knowing full well that the biggest issue when it comes to speeding is personal choice. We can have officers there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and people will not speed when they see an officer. But the moment that the officer leaves, everybody's going back to their regularly scheduled programming. But we will have a conversation about that. We do have our Wagner Road update. Again, every week we'll be talking about this. You're going to see some crews walking probably in the next couple of days, just making sure that all the trees that are going to be coming down are identified that are kind of close to the roadway. But those will probably be coming down towards the end of next week, early the week after. And then after that, the construction is going to be starting in mid-April. Again, northbound traffic is going to be maintained only. We will have an FAQ page up in the not too distant future that has some very basic answers to questions about what that's going to be like. I know I spoke at the Wagner Road Elementary School PTO meeting last night, just answering some questions there about how this project is going to impact their world and all of that. But again, if you have any questions at any time, feel free and let me know. Some programs that are coming up. We've got some really, I forgot code enforcement. So we do have Engage Reynoldsburg that's coming up, and if you haven't had the chance, you can get it off the App Store. So basically you just pull it up and you can actually take a picture of if there's a street light out, if there's a pothole, things like that, and it automatically goes directly to where they need to be. In this case, one of them was actually a water leak that was not too far from the senior center, so that was dealt with it right there. Yeah. So usually you'll get an acknowledgement, and then you can actually follow along with it if you put your email address in, and they'll kind of give you updates with it. But just want to throw this out there because we had a comment on there earlier about a complaint, and they use some language that, shall we say, is objectionable. We'll just leave it at that. That's not really what it's intended for. This is basically to get some specific issues if you have concerns about littering or code enforcement or maintenance of certain things. It's not necessarily a forum for you to share what your personal beliefs are on certain things. So again, if you want to do that, that's what you come on the show for. We'll answer those questions and address those there. Also wanted to talk a little bit about local waste. Believe it or not, we are actually entering into our next year for 2024. This is our next year of local waste for our contract. And believe it or not, we are actually saving money. Rumpke is, they increased their fees significantly, so people are paying anywhere. So we're paying roughly $20.47 per cycle, things of that nature. Other ones are paying obviously significantly more, $22.91. We've got, I think $22.91 is Blendon Township as well as Mifflin Township. Westerville is $22 with Rumpke and things like that. So you're looking at these 70 to 80 cents a difference. Our price was locked in, and it is also locked in for next year as well. Nice. So from a savings aspect, it's pretty good. And for the most part, outside of the transition, things have been pretty good with local waste. So we appreciate that. So those are those things. Parks program, we have adult basketball that is getting ready to kick off. Actually, it kicks off tomorrow night. That'll be at the Reynoldsburg Community Church, 18 and older only. So this is from 6 to 8 p.m. But you have to be out of high school. So if you're like my son who's 18 years old but still in high school, no, it's not. It's everybody 18 and up out there. So you've got that to go. And then one of the things that's really cool about the Senior Center is you guys get to host a lot of other cool events that are going on.
It's a great building.
So one of the cool ones that's coming up is actually going to be Saturday, April 20th, and it is a princess party. So there's going to be your favorite princesses will be there at the Senior Center from 9:30 to 11:30. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And then a new one that's actually going to be going on, not at the Senior Center, but it's actually happening at Eastside that I just saw, is Puzzle Palooza. Now, you get Eastside Brewery, you get a puzzle, and it's a contest. So you get 2 to 4 people that are your best friends or people that you, in theory, can work well on a project with, and you actually put together a 500-piece puzzle. And whichever one finishes first wins fabulous prizes. So it's an intriguing concept. For me, I think I have no ability whatsoever to do something like that, but I'm sure it's going to be fun to watch. But that's at Eastside Brewery, and that's going to be Thursday, April 25th. So if you're interested in that, make sure you log on. Please keep in mind that one is also quite obviously 18 and over, most likely because everyone will be working so well together, no bad language will be used.
Could I add another 18 and older event? So we do once a
year.
year.
I would hope at the Senior Center it would be 18 and older.
It is an 18 and older event. We do our nonagenarian celebration.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Is it not 100 or just about 100?
It is 90 plus.
90 plus. Okay.
90 plus. So we'll be celebrating our members, some of our members that are over 90 years of age, and we have over 100 members that fit that category. So we'll have about 125 folks there, not all over 90, and then our Reynoldsburg band called the Golden Clefs, the chorus called the Golden Clefs will be performing. So that is also in April. So yeah.
Well, cool.
18 and older.
18. I would hope so. Under 110, but older than 18.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
So we've got a good range. We also have some cool things. The Reynoldsburg Chamber of Commerce is actually hosting a How to Play Pickleball, a Pickleball 101, starting at 11:30 at the Reynoldsburg Community Church. So if you've never played pickleball or you want to hustle somebody into playing pickleball, this is your opportunity. It's going to be a great way for you to kind of network with some of the local businesses, learn about the pickleball and things of that nature. Again, I would advise you that if you come in and you see somebody, opening the trunk of their car and they're pulling out their own equipment, odds are those are experienced pickleball players. Those are not the ones you want to play with if it's your first go at it. So that's coming up. We also have our Easter egg hunt on March 30th, and that'll be at 11 o'clock at Huber Park, sponsored by the Reynoldsburg Lions Club. The VFW will be there. City of Reynoldsburg Parks and Recs will be there. Maybe the Easter Bunny will show up, things of that nature. But it's really cool because it's all broken down into age groups. So you have... Probably don't have the 90 and over section of the Easter Bunny, but we may have to look into that. But you have one for the younger kids and the teenagers and things like that. So those are all kind of cool things coming up. Any questions or comments so far?
No.
All right, we're moving along. So as far as development updates, obviously we're seeing a lot of things kind of moving in the next not too distant future. We've got the Sheets that is being under construction. We did hear when the library is opening. So the library has a grand opening date of April 24th.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be a real thing. So when you drive by there, you can see some of the books are getting in there. The lights are, flashing and bright and all of that stuff. So we're really excited. They were just a couple of weeks away from that library opening up. I know that when I was at the elementary school last night, kind of talked about that, and everybody was really excited, specifically the kids, and maybe one or two of the moms was really excited about it as well. So that's coming up. The Taylor in Maine, the location on the corner there, the Sheets, obviously a lot of construction is going on there. Probably, and I know a lot of people have been asking, when's the turn lane coming in? That'll probably be one of the last things that they put in. They'll get the building first and all of that, and then they'll kind of get everything else done at the end. So there'll be a dedicated right turn lane when you're on Taylor Road to turn right onto Main. There'll be the center lane going straight on Taylor, and there'll be a left-hand turn lane going the other way on Main Street. So that's going to be kind of a cool thing. So again, a lot of stuff coming up, and who knows what will happen in the next couple of weeks. There's always something fun going on. We have a really cool event that I hope maybe this will be something you can share with everybody at the Senior Center. The Reynoldsburg Community Association annual spaghetti dinner is going to be on April 6th. It's going to be at the Messiah Church on Wagner Road, which you will probably only be able to drive northbound maybe at that point in time. This might be one of the last times you can do north and southbound traffic for there. But it's a great event because it's spaghetti for a good cause. This helps the Community Association put on its 4th of July parade, as well as the community Halloween party and things of that nature, and Christmas on the Town. So those are three really cool things. Hopefully they'll expand and get some other activities as well. But this is a great opportunity. If you're interested in it, check the Reynoldsburg Community Association Facebook page. They'll have all the contact information of who you can go to. It is helpful to buy the tickets in advance, only because that way they know how much spaghetti that they have to make. You can get them at the door as well. But again, that's just a great opportunity out there. And we always want to support our friends at the Community Association. We have our Community Cleanup Day on April 27th from 9 to 12. All the usual fun things. Flag disposal, pill disposal, which is a very popular one, bike donations, bulk drop-off, shredding, electronics disposal. All of those different things will be there. So again, if you're interested in that, it'll be right here at the City Hall, basically in the JFK Park area. We'll have a bunch of different stations for that.
Are they shredding?
We are indeed shredding.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So that'll be a fun thing. So the shredding will be there as well. So hopefully people can deal with that. We also have our litter cleanup program that is going to be kicking off. I feel like even though it's early March, it feels, especially today, it feels like it's going to be springtime and summertime out there. But if you're interested in that, again, please let us know. You can go ahead and take a road, a small section of a road. If you, your family, or an organization want to sponsor it, you do it 5 times a year. You get your big sign out there that says that you take care of this particular area. So that's always a cool thing. Kind of going through all these fun things. And again, another thing that Jessica's kind of leading up is the Celebrate USA 250th kind of birthday party for the United States. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So plans are underway. We're waiting on our official certification to be one of those cities sponsoring it. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot more patriotic, a lot more with fireworks and all sorts of other fun things that Jessica and her team are all working on as we speak. So she's thrilled, I can tell. But it's a lot of fun with it. Any other questions, comments?
No.
All right. Well, apparently there's not a lot of question comments. And what usually happens at this point is, we're getting ready to wrap up, and that's when that last second comment comes in. So we'll see if that happens this time around. So next week, we have a really good show. We have the Reynoldsburg Robotics team and potentially maybe a special guest. So we'll just have to wait and see what that's all about. But the Reynoldsburg Robotics team is going to be there because later on that day, they're actually traveling to go to their first robotics competition. So this will be their little last pit stop before
That's
they go
exciting.
there. It's a lot of fun. It's the group, they do everything. The kids do all of the work, everything from marketing to advertising to getting the fundraising going. The adults are there more kind of just to make sure nothing crazy, like they don't build like a Terminator to go after people. It's a Terminator, but only after other robots. But it's a great thing, and it's, again, a student-led organization. So they're going to come in next week and talk a little bit about that. So for the rest of you out there, I won't see you until after the next election, which is on Tuesday. So if you haven't had a chance to vote yet, please go out and do so. Every election is important, whether it's a primary election or not. Not a lot of issues are on the ballot right now, but it's always good to go out there and kind of stay in the habit. If you've got young kids, go with them to the polls, bring them with you, so that way they kind of get understanding of it. Because obviously, November is going to be a whole other conversation, and that'll be a bigger election out there. So I want to make sure we kind of participate in our American civic duty to go ahead and vote on that. So
And
that's
we
all.
are a precinct.
Yes, they're always very popular there, and I know there's people at the senior center, because usually you're closed during that day, right? Have they closed?
No.
All right,
we
so they
we
keep you-
carry on, so they get to see everything that's going on throughout
There
the
you go.
day.
Nothing gets in the way
They
of
walk
Euchre.
in with big eyes going, wow, it's a lot of people here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So with that, everybody stay safe, stay respectful, try and get outside and enjoy it before the rain over the next couple of days. And as always, please put your shopping carts away. Thanks again, Judy, for
Thank
coming
you
today.
for the
Appreciate
invite.
it.
Yeah.
We'll see you, everybody.
Bye-bye.